Hey everyone, thanks for watching again. I haven't really done a video for a little bit. Last one was the review of the brake caliper, and the reason for that is it was Easter and it's getting to the point where I've just got so many small odd jobs to do on this car. It's difficult to make a themed topic for any of it, so for that reason I think I'm going to go to doing more status updates, and sort of if something comes up I might put a bit of detail in the video but nothing necessarily specific. So I'll go through where I'm up to and what I'm going to do, and I've got a bit to say about these coilovers I'm about to put in, so I'm just going to go through and do that. Tell me if it works like that or not. If you've got a better idea to do it, let me know, but I can't really throw together specific videos about putting random nuts and bolts and brake lines in. Right, so first of all, the sway bars in the car, power braces in the car, there's videos on that, steering racks in the car, cross members in the car. I've got the offset rack spacers in. I'm not happy with them though. I think I might go to just poly non-offset ones yet. That's only minor. I've installed front brakes, calipers, the rotors. They've been re-drilled. I'm just going with the pads that were in them for the moment. They have heaps on them. They're probably not great, but I just need to get this moving. I haven't got tie rods in or anything yet, so they've got to go in soon. Interior wise, I've got the handbrake in, I've got the column in, probably will do the pedals very soon, so that's going to be something. I've put in the rear brakes, both of them. I'm waiting for some new pads for this set, but they don't take much to change, so they're in there. I'm also waiting for another set of cables because I ordered S13 lines and they're not going to work with R33 calipers, so I'm just going to order another set of hydro lines, so I don't even have to worry about the factory lines whatsoever. So basically I get all that. The next stage in the car is pedals, lines, master cylinder, booster, tie rod ends and coilovers. Now the coilovers are something I did want to talk about. So a while ago I bought these Seeker Type 2M coilovers. We're talking about 6 years ago I think. At that stage, I don't know if Seeker is still using them, but they were built at Iasati Speed Tune, and yeah, they're an external accumulator type shock, quite a nice unit. I had 10 kilogram front springs, 6 kilogram rears from memory, but I have had quite a few problems with these over time. Some of them were my fault, some of them are by design. Starting with the back ones, they had the least problems. There was something wrong with the top of these and I had to flip the rose joint upside down. I can't remember exactly why that happened, but then that resulted in me having to run the coilovers at the lowest possible setting and it's still being too high in the car. That won't be a problem now because I've got drop knuckles that'll gain me 40 more millimetres, but it's still quite annoying because it really needs pretty much that tube machined off to there and a new groove put in to move that piece up, but I don't know if the valving allows that to happen or anything, so that's been a bit of a gripe with them. But by far the coilovers I've had the most trouble with have been the fronts. They simply would never go high enough, and I've had to put CNC machine a groove into there. On the inside there's a plate down in the bottom, you can see there's an extension on it. I actually had to remake that entire plate to get that extra distance there. Now, it wasn't too bad with stock knuckles, but when I changed to the GK Tech drop knuckles, when I had these in the Sigma, it became significantly more problematic. So that's been quite annoying. The other problem I've had with these is this roller bearing at the top here. That's meant to, so when the car's turning and the coilover wants to rotate, it doesn't try and want to rotate the spherical bearing at the top here. So it looks like this, and it runs on a piece of rubber. And it's got as you can see here, no outer seal. Problem is, grit gets in here and this stops turning, and then the coilover wants to undo normally the base height adjustment, and that starts becoming the steering point, which is not ideal. What I try and do is add grease, clean it all out, add grease. And I tried using like these these are Farmers Union iced coffee coolers roll, and I'll have a bit of a laugh there. I had those around and it still didn't seem to help, but I think what happened is the grease that I applied to the rubber caused it to swell up, and once it swelled up it just jammed everything. So yeah, you can see Iasati, they're the people who made them. But anyway, I think what I've got to do is clean them out again. Got to use rubber grease this time instead of instead of regular grease, so it won't hurt the rubber itself. And then cut a piece of actual motorbike tube, and hopefully that'll get it by. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I'll update you on that when it happens. Otherwise, I had to swap the actual sphericals at the top between the eBay ones that I had, because the eBay ones had slightly different spacing, and I wanted to use the top hats off the eBay ones because they were a bit nicer than the Iasati ones. Yeah, so that's the next big step. We're going to pull the coilovers apart, clean them out, get the lines routed back through, get them regassed, and get them into the car, then work on the lines for the rest of it. Okay, so another problem I've encountered with the rear coilovers is these rear bushings. Now, in these coilovers, they're not actually sphericals, they're just rubber bushings, and as you can see, they really don't allow much movement. And with the GK Tech rear end setup, that's just being a significant problem. It makes them really hard to get in and puts a fair degree of bind on when they're in place. I hope it's going to allow the suspension to work properly. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Okay, so there's a quick update. I hope that fills you guys in a little bit. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Watch the other videos if you want to see anything that I spoke about. Yell at me for not making arcade videos, because I know most of you guys have subscribed to me for arcade videos now, but whatever it is, let me know and I'll try and make it better.